They make them, we cover them, you sell them. Welcome to OEM Update, where we talk about everything you need to know about this year's vehicle model lines. My name is Megan Cusack, editor of Motorcycle and Powersports News, and today we're going to be talking about the 2025 Rewaco 35 edition. Now, the 35 edition is a special anniversary model from the three-wheeler OEM, and while price is customizable, it starts at a base estimate of $54,000. So, let's dive deeper into what exactly this vehicle has to offer. But for that, we're going to go straight to the OEM source. Joining me today to give us an overview of the 2025 Rewaco 35 edition is Webb Benninghoven, Corporate Director of Dealer Development, Sales, and Marketing for Rewaco. Webb, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be back with you all.
Yeah, and we are happy to have you back. All right, so Rewaco is celebrating its 35th anniversary this year, but, and that is a long time there. But for those who are unfamiliar with this brand, can you give us a little bit of an introduction to Rewaco?
Certainly. Well, besides the obviously stated point that it's 35 years old this year, it is the most popular selling trike in Europe, in Asia, and we're working really hard to have it be the most popular trike here in the United States. And in Europe, riding a trike is seemingly a lot more acceptable than in some circles here. It's embraced by all ages, more so where here it's, ride a motorcycle until you're too old to hold it up and then ride a trike. Okay. One of the cooler things about ours is we've managed to find a little bit younger demographic than our competitors enjoy with their products.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then what rider specifically kind of are you targeting with your trikes? Is it, are you targeting predominantly the older demographic, or I know you said you're also trying to get the young ones in?
So for us, our target demographic is realistically 35, 40 plus, where most of the competitors, and when I say competitors, pretty much everyone that's in our company has worked with or for or been involved with what is now our competitors during our careers. So we are 35 plus. Most of our customers have family, and our target audience is really somebody that enjoys the open road, enjoys riding, performance, comfort, and handling. Those things are unique in that we really encapsulate it all in one vehicle.
Okay, yeah. And I mean, the Rewaco trikes in general have a very striking and unique appearance compared to, some of your other competitors there. I know you guys have 4 different models. Can you kind of give us a brief explanation of how these models differ, and even just in general, what makes Rewaco trikes different from other competitors?
Well, what makes it different from other competitors first is the rake and the trail and the length of the frame. It's unique in that respect. All of the competitors have the common thread where they're tall in height, short in length front to back, and narrow in width, with a very upright rake of the front wheel and tire. Ours is the complete opposite of that. It's got a very long rake. It has a very long frame, and it's very wide. So we're low, wide, and long. If you think about like race cars, for example, the cars that go the fastest, they're low, they're long, and they're wide. They handle really well. Ours are low, long, wide, and they handle really well. That's the chassis difference. The models themselves, the 35th anniversary, which is our our new offering for this year is only available in the Pure 3. That model is a three-piece body, hence the three. The three-piece body provides a very nice platform to add a lot of different things. We can add wheelchair carrier. We can add foot restraints for handicapped. We can do a through body fuel filler. There's a lot of unique things to that, but it also has available a very unique side case, which is highly useful. Fits a 12 pack of whatever cold beverage you like, fits half helmets, coffee mugs, water jugs. There's a lot of easily accessible from the rider's position space that are in the side cases that we offer. The GT model, or the RF1 GT, that's kind of unique in that it's a one-piece body. And the aesthetic that offers is truly very different than all of our other trikes. It has a very wide look from the back and from the sides because the fender actually integrates up to the body, and it is just very rounded, a very sculpted look, where the Pure and the STs are more of a chiseled appearance, more modern, as I've heard some people say.
Yeah, yeah. So I want to circle back a little bit because you mentioned like having a spot to, put a wheelchair and different things like that. Tell me about accessibility with, the Rewaco trikes. That's intriguing to me.
So when I was there with you guys last year, we were just starting to do something that I'm tremendously proud of being involved in. That, as far as I know, has never really been done before. We have a paraplegic customer that had called me en route to my interview with you, and we just started the process off. The gentleman's paralyzed from his nipples down, was in a low speed motorcycle accident and broke his spine, and was told he would never, ever, ever ride again, never walk again. Now, he's not walking yet, but he's working really hard on that. But he rides his Rewaco trike and has just raved about it. We've got videos all over our Facebook page. The young man's name is Shane Ferguson. He's an inspiration to not only handicapped people that want to ride, but to able-bodied people who are intimidated by the possibility of considering riding. If Shane can do it, why can't anybody? Why can't I? Why can't you? I mean, I brought our trikes up there last year and had quite a few folks on staff go for rides with us and had a good time.
And I love that story there. What exactly is it about the Rewaco trikes that makes them so accessible? That allows handicapped people to be able to ride them.
So it goes back to the platform itself. When I talked about the engineering of it being long, being low, and being very stable, the lowness of it, the ability to pull a wheelchair directly up to the seat and slide across on a transfer bar, the ability on the sidebars to mount a wheelchair carrier, the ability to mount foot restraints on the sidebars themselves for people that don't have the ability to have any control of their limbs, the ability to customize the trike to install a 5-point harness in the rider's seat for someone that has no core strength to hold themselves up.
Yeah, no, that's all amazing. I love hearing about all of those features there. And I guess speaking of features, can we, go back down and maybe break down some of the specs of the 35 edition?
So the 35 edition is one of the things that makes it unique. Obviously, when you see our trikes for the first time, you go, wow, that's unique.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes this even more so is there are 9 colors associated with the 35th anniversary that are not available in any of the other models. And those 9 colors all feature. Last year, we came out with what we called the Volcano Edition, had very special paint, very unique tri-stage paint with metallic flake, not so much large metallic, but heavy use of metallic flake, very deep in its visual appearance. So we've taken that that paint profile and we've added it throughout the colors in the 35th anniversary product line. And we've got a canyon brown that paired with panther black, that just a really unique color combinations. We have a phantom purple, canyon brown, woodlands green, uh, crystal blue, just some really unique colors. And you can see them all on our website, www.revacousa.com. And in addition to the coloration being different, we are debuting the Nexus diamond cut wheel specific to the 35th anniversary edition uh, for this model as well.
Nice. All right. And so just for some more like technical specs here, like what kind of power and everything can we expect from the 35 edition?
So the power plant is the same. It is a 1.5 liter Mitsubishi turbocharged inline 4 cylinder.
Okay.
With the turbo, it makes 140 horsepower, which is quite exhilarating. The overall weight of the trike, depending upon the model, and I know you'd asked about the models earlier, but the models will run from 1,300 to 1,600 pounds. And when you look at the layout of that, the power itself and the application of power through the turbo really makes this an exhilarating ride. We chose the 35th anniversary model to be the model that we debuted our spectacular integrated CarPlay display. It, for the first time, gives the customer the opportunity to display maps, and not just on their phone, but on the actual CarPlay display. The pairing of Bluetooth is a lot easier with the CarPlay or Android Auto. And it makes the user interface with the trike and the trike's technology just that much more simple.
Okay, that's excellent to hear. Yeah. And all right, so just kind of pulling back from, the bike itself into the brand as a whole, we do, our brand is aimed at dealers here. And these are obviously really special trikes, really unique, as you mentioned, even just with the 35 edition, 9 different colors that all seem to pop. Why should a dealer be interested in taking on the Rewaco brand?
Well, having been in the dealer position myself most of my career before taking the step over to OEM, when I'm looking to add a brand, there are several factors that come into consideration. Is it an affordable step for me? Do I have to commit huge amounts of capital to bring a brand to the public? And the answer to that from our perspective is no. It is a perfect addition. We operate in the space with many multi-line stores. We actually just added one of the largest Powersports single location dealers in America to our product to our brand family. It's nice in that it doesn't step on everything else on the showroom floor. If you're someone like a few of our dealers, all they sell is trikes, whether they're the famous variety that come from Wisconsin, or they're the Goldwing trikes. They don't step on anybody else's toes in terms of what the offering is. Is it a trike? Yes, they all have that in common. But the ride, the handling, the storage, the touring ability on each of those trikes is unique. We feel that ours is more touring oriented, comfort oriented, performance oriented, and simplicity oriented. We're a 7-speed automatic transmission. You jump on and it's easy to ride. In a number of states, our dealers' customers don't have to carry any special licensing. We have unmatched dealer support for both sales and for service. We're a small company, so when the phone rings and you call the national number that you see on our website, on all of our big display vehicles, that rings to the phone that we're talking on now, and I answer it. If you have a service concern and you can't get an immediate response, my counterpart in service, I see him 3 to 4 times a week. Funny enough, last week I was out in Las Vegas doing a dealer training uh, day with one of our best dealers out in the southern Nevada area, and my service counterpart showed up to do some support training, completely
Nice.
separate from being there. And I'm like, hey, we had lunch yesterday. You want to have lunch today? We're all over. We are available to travel quickly to meet the needs of our dealers. And our support that we offer dealers is really unmeasurable. From being a dealer for a long time, for a lot of other brands, you only need your dealer rep when you need him, and it is urgent. You pick up the phone, you call, and 99 out of 100 times you go to voicemail. And as a dealer trying to operate a business, to me, with my patience level, that is one of the singular most frustrating things that I've ever experienced. Me and my service counterpart, Reggie, we go out of our way to not provide that experience to our dealers. What else? Dealers like making money, and we offer a full complement of ability to obtain retail financing for your customers with our support. We offer sub-veen finance rates. We offer healthy dealer margins and low cost of entry and low overhead. I mean, from a dealer's perspective, it doesn't get any better than that. You know, there was about a 12-week period of time this past year where every single solitary unit that was retailed in the United States, I talked to the customer first by telephone because they called in. I introduced them to the dealer, and I was there to provide dealer support and customer support throughout the transaction. Nobody else does that. Nobody.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That is amazing. Well, Webb, it has been a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you so much for taking the time today to talk with us about the 2025 Rewaco 35 edition.
I'm really honored to be a guest of yours, and I cannot say thank you enough for the support that MPN has really been for us.
For more information about its three-wheelers or to become a Rewaco dealer, head to rewacousa.com. And as always, like, subscribe, and stay tuned to MPN for more of the latest and greatest in motorcycle and powersports news.